And staying in Cannes, CCTV's Parkinson was recently lucky enough to catch up with double Oscar-winning director Lee. The director is this year a member of the festival's jury. We spoke to him in between screenings, where he discusses his own successes, rivalry with head of the jury Steven Spielberg, and Chinese cinema.
Lee, thank you for talking to CCTV News. Now, you won an Oscar this year for your film Life of Pi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've won many awards throughout your career. You know very well what it's like to have your films recognized. But what's it like to be on the jury?
No, basically, I'm uncomfortable to give my judgment or rating, if not judgment, to film in public. But, you know, since I got many awards, I should do my service to the community. So there are a couple of things. One is the difficult one is to select films, to award them. You know that's going to change the filmmakers. In many cases, it can change their lives, and people's perception. You promote them. On the other hand, the pleasure is you watch many movies with other filmmakers and you get to talk with them. And at times you talk to each other about filmmakings or performances. So those colleagues are enjoyable until maybe you have to argue sometimes. That can be irritating. But I only did once before this, and that was a pleasant one. And so far, we're good colleagues. It's a very good bunch of people, filmmakers. But we're about to have our first meeting tomorrow. Maybe there will be arguments.
So you sit down to discuss for the first time tomorrow. The relationship, you say, is going well so far, but do you expect there to be heated debates? I mean, it's a diverse jury, lots of different
opinions. I don't know. If people just go, oh, okay, if you say so, then whatever, then you're not passionate. And if you believe in something, you might have a heated argument. But I know, never have that with any of those colleagues. So far we've been good friends, and we really respect each other's work. So far, so good. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I cannot tell. No, I cannot say I'm sure it'll be a goodwill sort of argument, but the argument could be good. Who knows? You know, you learn from each other.
And what about your relationship with the head of the jury, Steven Spielberg? Of course, you were competing against him for that Oscar for the Best Director. So what's it like to be reunited with him here in Cannes?
It's great to see him. We're not competing. And he politely corralled us, doing the schedule and lay out the ground, rules of how we go about things. So far, he's been very at ease, very easy to work with. Everybody sort of respect Spielberg. The Oscar campaign is we say that, both of us say that in the press conference. It's a race. It's like a campaign. But once that is over, I will worship him just the same, and he liked my work. So right now we're colleagues.
And an obvious mutual respect for each other's work.
You have to, because making movies is really hard. When people make good movies, you just have to respect them. If people make movie at all, you should respect them.
It's a really diverse selection of films in the competition this year. Do you think that's one of the reasons that Cannes is such an interesting film festival?
It's not the most popular. Oscar is the most popular, but this is probably the most prestige one. A lot of filmmakers, if they can make to the time schedule, Cannes is like the first choice automatically. And of course, the center of attention is in the competition, so you sort of get the best of the best. But Cannes has its own things. It's not particularly work for entertaining or the regular movies, even they're well done. it has to be political and stylishly sounding. You know, it's a movie about something, not necessarily fits the mainstream, and it has its own reputation, and it's I keep calling it its thing. Cannes has its thing. A lot of festivals it has that, and it's very it's distinguished. Yeah, they're a little bit on the highbrow, area, but so far I've seen good movies. They have to select from, I don't know, thousands of movies, nearly 2,000 maybe. It comes down to 20, and those are good movies. Everyone we've seen so far, they're good movies, and yeah, they're different.
China's presence is really being felt in Cannes this year. Of course, we've got Zhou Zhangke's film, A Touch of Sin, in the main competition, and also 2 Hong Kong directors screening in sidebar selections. Do you think China's increased participation in Cannes is a natural evolution for Chinese cinema?
Yeah, it started in the 90s. I think in the 90s there are more Chinese film in the competition, than this decade probably. Since I started making movies, the Chinese films always, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan always have significant presence here in Cannes.
Would you like to see more Chinese films in competition?
Of course. Well, there's 2 things happen when the art house. If you come to Cannes, it's art house, but lately there's big boom in the box office. One movie after another hits the high mark. The numbers are almost close to the North American box office. It's very encouraging. That's one thing. That has nothing to do with Cannes, but it will build a very significant film industry, then appetite for the audience to watch movie. The Chinese like to watch movie. They have not get jaded yet. So that's a big, healthy market. So that should support a lot of happening in filmmaking in all kinds. And I hope nobody forget about our film yet. Jia Zhangke, for instance. I hope China get to make all sorts of movies, the big movies, small movies, art movie, middle brow, high brow, everything. And I certainly like to see them here in Cannes.
I think it's fair to say that every Chinese director wants to be the next Ang Lee. So what would your advice be to emerging directors trying to break into the international market?
Well, there are a lot of people making movies for commercial reasons, which is fine. And you have to know your crafts. You need to be talented. You have to know the film rules and how market works, where people's tastes are. If you want to make movies like how I make them, I think it's important you want to be honest. Make movies you have feelings for, and not forge something because the market needs it, or you want to be seen in certain ways, but like you really strongly feel it, you have to do it, then you find a way to do it. I think that's the only thing for me.
Ang Lee, thank you for talking to CCTV.
Thank you.